Hi there. I'm your heart chakra guide. Welcome. As you can probably tell, the color for the heart chakra is green. But the heart chakra is a little bit different because it can also be pink in some cases. The heart chakra has everything to do with your heart. It's probably one of the most self-explanatory chakras, but I'm going to walk you through it today anyway with some exercises. First things first, I am going to hand you your stone. And for the heart chakra, for a general balance, the stone is this rose quartz. Now the heart chakra does have to do with romantic love, but more than that, it has to do with the emotional health of your heart, so self-love and healing from heartache and that type of thing, if you understand. So I'm just going to hand this to you, and you can hold on to it. But I also have something extra for you for this stone, and I've got this beautiful rose quartz roller. And if it's okay with you, I'm just going to roll out some tension on your face, if that's alright. Yeah? Okay. So I'm just going to your forehead. This is nice because sometimes when our heart aches or we're feeling lonely, we might get a little bit stressed too. And that tension comes out in a lot of different ways. A lot of the time it's tightness in our face or our back. Just overall kind of muscle tension. So sometimes it's nice to get a little bit of a massage. Just getting your cheeks now. I'm going to switch over to the smaller side, okay? So I can just get in on your cheeks. I'm just going to get your chin really quick. How does it feel? Good. I'm glad. It should feel good and nice and tension relieving. So, I have this here and I'll hand it to you if you want to kind of roll it along your palms. I think tension in the hands is another big one, I think. So I'm going to hand this to you. The next thing I'd like to do just quickly before we get started is give you a couple hugs. Is that okay? It's nice, just like with the facial tension relieving, to have some physical contact and kind of, I don't know, just feel connected to someone else, whether it's friendship or romantically or just being there for someone else. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer to you. Is that okay? Okay. So I'm just going to give you a couple hugs. Do you feel a little bit better? Good. So, I believe that this simulation is taking place near your Valentine's Day. Is that right? Valentine's Day can have a lot of different emotions connected to it. Sometimes it can be very joyful and very happy if you have someone to share it with, or even if you don't. There's Galentine's Days, and a lot of moms and daughters do things on Valentine's Day. So really, you could have anyone to share it with, and it might be happy. A lot of people think that it's not worth celebrating because it was kind of made up by a big company to sell things. But I think that it's kind of nice to just kind of have a reminder to stop and be grateful for the things that we have. But I know that it can also be a painful reminder if you're feeling especially lonely. So today I've got a fun activity that's kind of especially for the Valentine's Day season. We are going to be putting together a date for yourself. Even if you don't have anybody to celebrate Valentine's Day with, I think that you should still celebrate self-love. Just kind of a special reminder around Valentine's Day to do it. Of course, ideally, you would celebrate it all the time. Whether you have a partner or you're celebrating friendship or self-love. But Valentine's Day is just a helpful reminder. So I've got a couple things that will help you have a date just with yourself. So the first thing that I have for you is this bottle of sangria. Do you like sangria? Okay. Well, truly, this is a simulation, so whatever you'd like it to taste like, it will. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it for you into this glass. Don't worry if you don't drink alcohol. Like I said, since it's a simulation, it can really be anything. This could be sparkling cranberry juice if you'd like it to be. So, here you go. We'll just give that to you, and you can enjoy it. The next thing that I have for your date, for yourself, is this box of chocolates. I think that self-care can mean a lot of things. I think that most of the time, self-care does mean eating right and taking care of yourself. But I think that self-care also means not kind of taking joy away from yourself unnecessarily. If having a chocolate or two on Valentine's Day, or an entire box, is what you want to do, it's the day for it. So I have this Godiva Gold collection, and inside the box you'll see that there's dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and white chocolate, whatever your preferences might be. And inside it'll be a surprise, but I promise that it's exactly what you'll want. You might have chocolate ganache, caramel, strawberry filling, orange cream, coconut. Maybe you'll have peanuts or peanut butter. Maybe it'll be a truffle with the fluffy chocolate like buttercream inside. don't know what your favorite types of truffles are, but they'll be in this box. Here you go. And you just enjoy your wine and chocolates, okay? And while you do, I'm just going to give you a couple compliments. And I want you to actually accept them. So, I think that you look fantastic today. I do. I think that your hair is just falling perfectly. And I think that your eyes have a sparkle about them today. You look radiant. Yeah. Yeah. Your skin looks really nice. And I can really tell that you've been working out. Yeah. And progress comes in so many different ways. But I could just really tell that you're doing the best for you. You're doing the best things for your body that you can do right now. I mean, you've come here, so I know you're taking care of yourself, mentally and physically. And I think that you're doing a great job with whatever it is that is kind of going on in your life, whether it's work or school or friendships, or maybe you're a parent yourself, or maybe you are getting along better with your parents, or trying to, or your spouse, or your boss, your coworkers. Maybe you just got a pet. Maybe you're still struggling with the quarantine. Maybe you have COVID or know someone who does. I can't guess what your struggles might be, but I know for sure that you're doing the best job that you can with them. You are doing a great job. No matter how it feels in the moment, you are doing a great job. How is the wine? Good. Okay, so I've got a couple other activities while you keep enjoying your wine and chocolates, okay? So I've got a little notebook here, and I'd like to do kind of a rewriting of your story. And you don't need to tell me out loud, and you don't need to write it down, but just something to think about, okay? Everyone has trauma. Everyone does. It could be minor. It could be so minor that you might not even want to consider it trauma, but it is a shadow on your heart. And even if that shadow is healed, it was there at one point. Everyone's lost someone. Everyone's had a breakup, one or the other, or something else entirely. So I'd just like to have you think about it for a minute. I want you to think about something that made you feel hurt, or small, or insignificant. I'd just like you to think about that. You don't need to tell me. Just think about it for a second. Now, I want you to think about the other person involved. And I want you to think about what they did wrong. Yeah, you can get angry. You can get sad if you want, but I just want you to focus on what the other person did wrong. And how you might blame them, yeah. Okay. Now I want you to think about some reasons that they might have done what they did. Something that you might be able to understand or relate to. For instance, if someone had broken up with you, thinking about maybe why. Not in a way that blames you, but maybe they had other stuff that they wanted, not from you. I was once broken up with just because the other person missed the freedom of being single. It can sound like bullshit, but come up with a couple reasons that you think the other person might have done what they did. Okay. And now I want you to think about some good stuff that came out of it. Okay? Yeah. So, how you might be better because of it, stronger, or you might know more. Or in the breakup situation, if you've been broken up with, but the relationship gave you something very valuable. Something that lasted, that you were able to take with you. For instance, a pet, or a child, or something as little as a new habit, or a healthier lifestyle, a new hobby, a new passion. That's perfect. And next time this happens, think about considering what I've just had you consider. And think about taking all of that with you for the next time. Remembering the good stuff that you will have gotten from the situation, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time. The one thing that you can always rely on is that you will have been a little bit stronger. And it won't feel like it in the moment, but when the pain passes, you'll be stronger for it. Or you'll be more thoughtful for it, or you'll be more caring towards others for it. There's always something good, even if you have to stretch it. I hope that this helped a little bit. Finally, we're going to do some of what I call happy pills. And they're not for you. They're going to be compliment pills for other people. Because sometimes giving and receiving compliments can be hard pills to swallow. So I'm going to give you some of these. And I'd like you to hold each one in your hand and think about it. People that you like. And for each person that you like, think about a compliment for them. And these should be easy pills to swallow, giving these compliments. Here you go. But then, I'd like you to take these as well. And for each one of the 5, I want you to think about someone you don't like at all. These will be harder pills to swallow, giving these compliments. But I want you to try to come up with a compliment for each person that you don't like at all. And I'm going to give these to you now. Yeah, there's one more. For these will be the hardest pills to swallow. I'd like you to come up with 5 compliments for yourself. Can you do that? Yes, you can. 5 good ones. Ones that you truly believe. Here you go. So I'd like you to think about those. And I'd like you to think about them. Can I borrow this? As you drift off to sleep, okay? Your next simulation will start soon. And that is your throat chakra. And they'll explain it all a little better than me in the next one. Your guide will. But that has to do with being able to communicate. So it is a little bit in my area of expertise.